Hello everyone, Mike Arnold here, co-founder, Pat Trading Partners, along with Bob Iacchino. Ethereum 4-hour chart, really nice, holding this 25% level with these spike lows, and it will show you on the daily. They came at the bottom of the rotation zone, coming back in, now making a higher low. We're watching for it to make a higher high at this point. So we like to see it get above the 775 and then pull back. That'd get it first across the rotation zone, pull back, and then that could be a nice entry. Other than that, there's nothing else going on besides watching it to see if it can turn back up here. If it can't hold here and breaks down, especially below the 718 level again, returning to 685, then 666 and 646 are the key levels. Let's switch over to that daily chart. So you see 2 days ago closed just outside the rotation zone. Yesterday just in and holding just in, but we have a lot of people buying right around this 25% dip level, and you have the rising bottom of the rotation zone coming in just above that spike low. So that's going to be very critical. And also, if it does break down again, you see that first target is right where the rising 200 simple is. The second target is right above the rising 50, so that's going to be a very key area. Now, I've updated the targets to the upside based off this pullback low reverse GAN box. 857, 876, 898 are the first three levels, and the major level is 958. So that should give you enough information on what to do with Ethereum. Switching over to Monero. Monero divergence made a much lower low here, higher low on our 5-period RSI. First level, this is sort of interesting. First level formed at 221, which was our first GAN projection down. Next one at 215.50, which is the GAN projection after it down. That's where we got the divergence. Then we finally broke above it, tried to get through the rotation zone, finding resistance back to this 50% retracement level and the top of the rotation zone. So what we're watching for is another rotation back up. The next major area of resistance will be 235. What we'd like to see is it get back up here, form a higher high, then pull back to a rotation zone cross and turn back up. But it's really got to get through this 50, which is coming in at 235 right now. Now, if we don't hold these levels, we can call the next ones down, which would give us about 207, which would take us below the 62.5% retracement, which is pretty major on a daily basis, and then we'd have 200. So we're just watching with this. This was pretty strong divergence at key levels, watching for it just to pull back up here and eventually rotate back up. Let's switch to that daily chart. So here's one of the other challenges. This is why we're not in aggressive mode, because we have the first cross rotation zone going against us. We have the 50. So between 233 and 236, we have major resistance. So this has some serious work to do, which means it might pull back and move sideways and then have to chew away at this level before it gets enough strength and breaks these. Repeated testing of a level weakens them, and it generally doesn't get through on the first time. So keep that in mind. What we don't really want to see is it getting too far below this 212 level, because that would really not be good, and we then continue to watch for the further corrections in Monero. It has not been able to mount much strength in quite a while, ever since this big selling day back on the 25th of April. It's just been slowly drifting down with a couple green days in there, but not much strength. So we're seeing if this might be the bottom with that divergence at those key levels, but it does have some major work to do. That's what we have for you on Monero and Ethereum, and we'll talk to everyone soon. Bye for now.